Nation YouTube. Okay.
Woohoo!
Woohoo.
I mean, so much advice. It's like,
Yeah, I'm the worst when it comes to advice. All I know is at this point, I'm staying in. For
well,
me,
the thing is that we're new to it, and
hmm
it's not anything that's really major. It's just stuff that we didn't think about because we're not immersed in it.
right,
We're still starting, and no one's really kind of given us any critiques. No one's kind of commented other than like or good. So
right.
once you start
Or
talking to
or high.
right. So what I do is I talk to a couple of other vloggers, and they says,
hmm
"Oh, you need an intro. Oh, it needs to look less scripted. Oh, it needs to look like people are actually joining the conversation," which we hope because we're on air now that people are joining us. So we're gonna do that little thingy that you just showed, or
Yes, 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 yes. Well, we're gonna run because today we're talking about the beer can
National Beer Can Day,
National
which was
Beer Can Day.
January 24th. January 24th, and I gotta give credit. Okay, for National Beer Can Day, I got this great information. All right, here
hmm
we go. Here we go. Here we go.
I'm
After my
trying,
one,
y'all. Let's move this over a little bit. There we go.
yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Mm-mm-mm.
My little tune, my little boy whipped up for me.
All right, all right. We
hmm
won't say a thing 'cause we're not paying them. Ah!
It's mine.
Yeah, true. Well, all right. Well, hello, everybody.
Hi,
Hi. I'm Peggy.
I'm Laura.
And we're Urban Booze. And if
hmm
this is your first time catching us, we are creators. Kind of stumbled upon being creators, but we just we have a curiosity. Okay,
We're alcohol
we have a
curious.
curiosity. We're alcohol curious. We're
hmm
not sommeliers, but we wanted to see. It was a question. Urban Booze is a question that we had that we have kind of brought out here to all of you, and simply does taking beer, wine, and spirits and making it accessible, meaning how does it feel? How does it taste with our food? Does it make our food better? Does the food make it better?
hmm
And uh, that's what we do. And we, as our tagline, if you're familiar with us, we explore what's good sip by
Sip
sip.
by sip. Right.
Right. So today is National Beer Can Day, which I got from this real cool calendar. Show it real quick. Anyone can pull it online.
hmm
Look, there we go. It's an official beer, wine, and spirits calendar. I thought it'd be really cool. And we're blurs, man. Let's call it what it is. We're nerdy because we like to know the history. We just don't want something that tastes good. We're like, where does it come from and
Right.
why?
What's behind it? What's the history behind that?
Yeah, because it'll give us a little something.
hmm
Uh, and January 24th, which just passed a few days ago, was National Beer Can Day.
Right.
All right. So
hmm
with that, I'm gonna put it out there. I don't like beer. So in order for me to get this journey going to see if there's any beer that I really appreciate, I have made a cocktail, which you
Which is
see
why I have that picture posted of Peggy because Peggy will go in and whip something up, whereas I'm like, well, what can I get from the
and
corner store and open? Ooh,
is this what it looks like?
pretty,
This is what it
pretty,
looks like. And
pretty.
this is called a michelada, y'all. Uh,
Hmm.
anyone who's followed us know that I love Bloody Marys. So when I saw that this was a way to take beer and make it a twist, this is the Mexican Bloody Mary. And then
Wow.
right here on the screen is a stout that
hmm
Laura loves.
I loved, but Peggy, you enjoyed it too.
I
And this
did,
is
I
beer
did.
can, and it was such a pretty can. We didn't realize these pictures were taken in the summer, and there was really a lovely can. And what happened was, well, there's some other. This is what I have access to, what I'll be drinking. Um, one of these, but it was a beautiful beer, and it was a great idea. It says, "Hey, look, black is beautiful. Let's make a beer," and a bunch of local
Mm-hmm,
breweries made
mm-hmm.
their take on. They all got the recipe, and
The
they all
screen
made.
is black. The screen is
Oh no!
black.
How's that?
But anyway, well, before you go into that, I wanted to taste it, let you know what I thought because I just made it,
Okay.
and
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
I made it with Modelo.
Mm-hmm.
It's not bad. And this, again, if I can make a cocktail around it, it's not as good as my mezcal Bloody Mary, but it has the components, and it is a nice, tasty, spicy michelada.
But the mezcal has got that nice, the mezcal, and now the Modelo is Modelo.
This is good though. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, I am drinking
It's
this
good.
one, Sierra. Whoop, can you see it? There it is,
But wait.
Sierra. There it is.
There it is.
There we go. There we go. Big Little Thing IPA, but Sierra Nevada.
All right. So to those of us who are not being knowledgeable, what is an IPA?
It's called an India Pale Ale.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and that's what they call them. It is not a stout. It is a different kind of. This one's got a high amount of alcohol in it for the can, but it is a large can. It's a heavyweight. I would call it a heavyweight beer, and it goes well. Sierra Nevada is a nice, flavorful beer. The company they've got on their can, which is hilarious, which is why I put it. It's a family-owned business that they've been arguing over for generations, and that's really
Okay.
what attracted. Right? It's like this is how we do business. We're family. We fight.
All right.
So, but hey, that's how they get the quality out to us. So then that's okay.
And certainly, if you guys want to look up this boozy social calendar, which I think is so cool, you can find it online by the Wine Enthusiasts. We got to give them credit because that was really good. So what we're also wanting to do with what our discussions today, now that we've kind of acknowledged and nodded to National Beer Can Day, is to do something that we're going to start doing on Fridays. We actually started it a week or so ago in having a drink and a movie.
Right.
And so with that, we both decided, you know what, let's pick out some movies that we want to see. Look, there's a plethora of movies out there. So today's movie discussion will be, what is it?
Night in Miami. One Night in Miami. Yep, here we go. Here we go. Directed by Regina King.
Yep.
Starring Kingsley Belvedere as Malcolm X, Eli Goree as Cassius Clay, because he was Cassius Clay at that point. He was very young. He wasn't Muhammad Ali. Aldous Hodge as Jim Brown, and Leslie Odom Jr. as Sam Cooke. And did Leslie sing? He sang.
Yeah. So if you're a Hamilton fan, like Leslie didn't disappoint. Leslie did not disappoint. I think that all of these men captured the spirit, of these men. And, I think one of the things that have been said about this movie is that it's not the normal action-packed movie, but it's something that gives you great thought and allows you to give much homage to the decisions each of those men have to make in their lives. They each had a path. And they each had their own way of being successful in that path. And they had to fight it. It was an internal struggle. And as shown in the movie, if you guys got to see it, and you should, how they all were, I would say, they all didn't really agree with each other's paths. They respected each other as men. How can all of these different paths diverge into one and make them better friends?
Well, there was the external struggle that was really pushing them, though. That's what it was. They were successful Black men, in America. That's not allowed.
No, that's an oxymoron.
And so it's like, how are you going to manage that? How are you going to do that thing? That's a hat trick.
Right. Definitely. I hope that everyone has seen it, because it just, it made me think about how my mom was very uncomfortable about seeing Black struggle there on the silver screen. Because you're living it, and you're seeing it.
Yeah.
And it's like, whoo, I love the creative license that was taken. I mean, what's interesting, and this is what I would love somebody Jim Brown, who's the only one living from that group, he won't talk about it. Isn't that crazy?
Well, what? He was a young man, and you see that first scene with him, and spoilers, we won't tell what happened. go watch the movie. It's on Amazon Prime. We won't tell what happened, but that first scene where he has an interaction, and I got tense because it's very early in the
Oh
movie,
yeah.
and
Oh
I was
yeah.
like, oh no, don't ask him to do, this is
Yeah.
Jim Brown. He is not for manual labor. And it was like, oh no. And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
remind me of where it is.
I mean, you know what? It comes at an important time. This is really Regina King continues to push the bar.
Yeah.
And what I loved is that this movie I could see with my 14-year-old son from the
Mm-hmm.
first scene when he saw that I was looking at it. First, he was going to just, oh, mom, and go into his room.
Mm-hmm.
But the first scene, he sat there and looked at it throughout. He went and got his phone and Googled each of these men and
Mm-hmm.
said, wow, mom, they really look like the characters that they played. And he got
Mm-hmm.
something from it. He really enjoyed it. And it gave us a chance. Mothers with teenage boys, we had
In this
something.
America, how do you behave when you're confronted with reality in this America? What do you do?
Well, I wasn't going for that. No, what I'm saying is that if you don't have something to talk about with your kid, if your kid
Oh,
is that kid that goes in a room, closes the door, and doesn't have good conversation, here is something that you could talk about and look at. Let's
yeah,
just,
yeah,
you
yeah.
know,
I mean, my
you
son
know.
didn't watch it with me. I mean, you can't get them out because they're playing video games. That's the problem.
But I got my son away from the video game to watch this. He really enjoyed it, and I think kudos, Regina King, because this is something. This can be it can be a family movie. I mean,
Yeah.
although painful, although painful.
But
So
you know what I liked about it? Even though it was painful, it wasn't what I call trauma porn.
right.
It wasn't, and because I can't watch trauma. I can't watch it anymore. Like you said, your mom, she would get nervous. It's like, oh, I'm living it. All right, I don't want to. I'm not going to pay money to watch it on the screen. Yet we know how the stories ended for each of these men. Like you said, Jim Brown's the only one still with us, but we don't want to. I'm not
Mhm.
sitting there to watch. I want to see a movie where there's not a shoot 'em up, where I'm not going to complain about lack of representation on black women. There weren't many. I mean, there was what, Sam Cooke's wife for a minute, and then that was it,
For a
right?
minute.
For a minute,
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
but I'm not
exactly.
going to
For a
complain
minute.
but guess what? Nobody got
But
shot.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And it piques your interest. You know what
Right.
I mean?
Oh,
You start
and
thinking
Betty
about that time
Shabazz.
because
Betty Shabazz was in it for a little bit. She had
right,
three scenes,
right.
right?
Doesn't matter. It was impactful. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
But it made me go to Netflix. And so like the next day after seeing One Night in Miami, there's a documentary called Who Killed Malcolm X. I felt compelled, like hungry for more information.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, because remember I said there was something at the end that I thought was lacking and like why wasn't it addressed? I wonder if
Yeah.
anyone was going to catch that, but it made me want more.
Mm-hmm.
And the chronicalized history as it happened, because obviously this was creative license, and I think a good.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I would have seen the play. I think the play was in Harlem, if I'm not
I
mistaken.
didn't I didn't know about the play. I just,
Yeah, it was a
again,
play.
Regina King, because I watched we've been watching her our entire lives, but The
Mhm.
Watchmen was so powerful. I
Oh
was
yeah.
not really expecting much from that because I knew the story. I knew
Mm-hmm.
them. I'd seen the movie, I'd read the comic, and what are we
How
doing
we going
now?
to watch me? We supposed to be talking about One Night in
We're
Miami.
talking about Regina King. We're talking about Regina King and how she's been connected to some very powerful projects.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's really what it is, and she was the most powerful at the end of that.
Right. And then the bottom line is, in order to make your way anywhere, especially in Hollywood, you have to find and produce and make your own stuff, and
Hmm.
that is what is happening now, which I am so thrilled about. I mean, back in the day, I used to go to Jeff Friday's America's Black Film Forum, where that was sometimes the only chance we got to see black writers, directors, producers, and actors. So we got to
Hmm.
see behind the scenes, which is exciting. And I'm wondering, I hope ABFF comes back, but I'm sure that this would have been something pre-pandemic that we would have only been able to see snippets of it at the America's Black Film Festival and not seen it on TV.
That's true. We would have seen it. Would have gotten. Think about it. I think Netflix did Mudbound with
Mm-hmm.
with my girl Mary J. Blige.
Oh, I
Netflix
thought
did that.
it was called Mudbone.
No, Mudbound. So that might have been in theaters for a minute. If you blink it, you miss, and now it's on Netflix. So I think this would have been the same kind of thing. You blinked, you missed. Had there been no pandemic, and then we would have watched it a year from now, because I saw it well after it left theatrical release. I mean, it was maybe a year later. I happened to notice it on Netflix. I was like, oh, that's right. I did mean to look at this. And this, instead
I
of,
still haven't seen it. I got to look that up.
it's a good one. It's real. She was robbed.
Now, let me ask you, can you see the chat? Can you see if anybody's responding, if anybody's watching? Anything?
It says no comments right now. But
okay.
Let's go over it on Netflix. I was like, oh, that's right. I didn't mean to look at this. And this,
I'm hungry you back.
I know.
Loving the frames. Somebody said I. Now I'm frozen.
You're not frozen. Okay.
No, I was frozen on my end. Don't tell me I'm not frozen. I'm frozen.
Okay.
It was after I got a couple of messages. It said, then the whole thing froze. But yeah, I think that I gotta say, as long as the attention is received, and then I'm getting a call. I don't know who's calling me. Missed call. Okay. I'll get back to you, whoever you are. But I'm loving just being able to choose from so many movies. Yeah. I'm excited about it.
And they're not trauma porn. I am going to watch, I think it's a Warner Brothers, so that'll be on HBO Max. The Black Judah and the Black Messiah.
Okay, that might be a little bit much for me, but
it's gonna be much. It's gonna hurt, but we'll see.
Yeah, I know, and I know our history is such a struggle. It's been so impactful in a negative way. A lot of things that happen, and people had to lose their lives from it. Sometimes it is trauma to see that over and over and over again. And I think that's probably why I think about this. The Jewish people, like today is Holocaust Remembrance Day. We don't do that as a people. We're like, we'll say, oh yeah, it's Black History Month, but we don't talk about the trauma the way we should. Well, the way it gets, it gets presented to us. We should always,
because we have to always remember it, but we have to remember it with reverence.
Yeah, and we need that extra added, thing to it, because that'll be the thing that spurs us on. But I was, taking it from an urban Booz standpoint, I was thinking about doing a pina colada, but because, it was National Black Beer Can Day, I'm not too mad at this. Look, I'm almost done. Look, I don't even know if you can see it. It's really good.
I can see it. It's a Tajin on the rim.
I love my Tajin. Is that how you pronounce it?
Tajin, yeah, Tajin.
And certainly,
if you want to sprinkle that on a mango,
yeah, I'll try it. I'll try it. Well, I think we'll let everybody know if anyone's coming on the late. We're gonna start doing drinks in the movie. We'll do that on Fridays. We just thought that what we should do is just try out this new technology. Look, I'm still trying to figure this out. I think I see myself going left and right, but we want you to join the conversation. At Urban Booz, we really want to talk with you guys, get ideas, and find out what you guys like to do. I think our next one's going to be Sylvie's Love, that we're going to talk about.
Sylvie's Love, again on Amazon Prime. Again, beautiful Black people being beautiful Black people. Period piece, because it's the late 60s.
Yeah.
Or late 50s, early 60s. Not a shoot 'em up, not trauma porn. Very enjoyable.
Yeah, we just have to figure out. Now think about this. Like, what drink will we have for that? Because that looks like the 60s. We'll have to see what drink we'll have to kind of commemorate watching that and talking about that. I'm
I have
pretty
to think.
excited.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a little research and see what was a popular drink in the '60s
Right, right.
in Harlem.
In Harlem.
Yeah.
Exactly. Oh, and you know what someone told me about, and we'll probably check it out later, about moonshine, about different types of moonshine.
Oh,
Uh,
yeah.
Someone told me that the Trinis have a moonshine called Babouche. I know I am totally screwing it up. Don't come for me, y'all. I'm from the Bronx, but because
She'll
I
come
got.
back.
So maybe we'll do a moonshine show, but it'll be interesting to come up with a nice drink along to see. What I want to think about is when I look at the movie, I'm going to say, what does this inspire me to try? I might do that if I can't find a period piece.
Ooh, I want to have some. Now I'm just thinking some of the outfits that she wore.
Oh, somebody just texted me, "Love Sophie's Love" is a well-written story. Okay, well, I'm looking forward to it.
Yep.
So besides that, Sylvie's like, what else? What else? Text me. I think that's my friend Paulette.
Okay.
Because is it a smooth movie where you might hit, or is it spicy where I can have a spicy red, or it's just is it a basic? I don't want to say basic love story, but I want to see how it inspires me and what it inspires me to open, because I think that might be a nice white wine, whether it's smooth or was the relationship tumultuous. It looked like it was kind of unrequited.
Everything was lovely and sweet and thoughtful. Very thoughtful. So
well, I haven't seen it, so let's not talk about it too much.
Okay.
But it would be good to see anyone commenting.
I don't see anyone commenting.
Okay, that's just my friend texting me, letting me know.
Okay, yeah.
But this is fun. We want to try this out. We hope that this is just another way of being able to talk with everyone, and so everyone can kind of see our personalities, and right. Everyone will know when they see Peggy. Peggy's not going to really talk about beer. I'm not. Just I like the Schurfenhofer grapefruit.
Yeah,
if I'm at a bar and
Peggy's.
Oops. Yeah, that's the one I like. Yeah, would I go out and buy a six-pack? No. But I can tolerate it. So that means I can tolerate it. Just like I can tolerate this Michelada.
I tried this. Our Atlanta correspondent sent this. It's kombucha beer, but I like the back of the can because she seems free. She's on the back of a motorcycle, and it's just her. It's like, yes, I understand.
I'll have to look at what kombucha is. I guess that's a beer, huh?
Well, I've been told that this it's labeled kombucha beer, but I've been told that this is more like a fermented kombucha fruit drink, maybe a fermented wine, but it has the probiotics, the kombucha component to it. So yeah, tastes all right. The bourbon peach, it's all right.
I don't even like the name kombucha. It just sounds like some genetically modified something. No, that's okay. But
think sauerkraut. Sauerkraut. Yeah.
Oh no.
Got probiotics in it. It's good for you.
That's okay. You can have it. I'm not trying it. It's like that just sounds like too much. I mean, to have to drink something to settle your stomach. I don't know. Anyway, that's not my thing. If somebody said, "Here, Peggy, sip it," I would. Am I going to go out and buy it? No, I'm not.
Yeah.
Because look, I have too many bottles of wine. I can tell you that's sitting here that I've tried, and I'm not going to try it again. I'm probably going to pour it down the sink. So
no, you're going to cook with it. Whip something up. Don't pour them down the drain.
If you don't like how it tastes, that's the taste that's going to be in your food.
Yeah, so, that's true. That's true. Yeah.
So I'm not gonna cook with something that doesn't taste good.
Then you're not gonna ruin your meal twice.
Hell no.
Twice, really. Yeah.
Well, all right. I think this was good. I think this, we're experimenting. We hope that, we can hear from more people. If you like what we're doing as we're trying to do something new for 2021, hit the like button.
Right.
Because it lets us know that you like what we're doing. You like the content. It also helps our channel.
Right.
And if you too
And and
well,
explains the
it can
algorithm
treat it natural.
recognizes.
Right, and it won't be so damn disrespectful. So, but we
Right.
need more likes for YouTube to respect us just a little bit
A little bit.
more.
Yeah. Just a little bit. Just a little.
You
Yeah.
know, so if you want to join us on our journey, I am the cocktail girl. I will make a cocktail out of something. Uh,
Well, I like a cocktail too, but I like the wines. I like the beers. But Peggy will, if Peggy doesn't like if she can't make a cocktail out of it, she'll bake with it. She'll, she'll glaze her cake with it. She'll do
no,
something with the whiskey.
I only glaze with stuff that I like because I am not jacking up my cake.
That's
What
true.
I'll
That's
do,
true.
I'll make a cocktail. That's what I will do. I'll do a sangria because
Mm-hmm.
they're adding different other elements to it to lift it up. But no, if I don't like it, I'm definitely not cooking with it. So no, 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 no,
Yeah.
no. But for sure, I will try to make a mixed drink to see if I can help it up or elevate it. So with that, we're gonna sign off.
Okay.
We're really happy for those who did tune in. Thank you, thank you, thank
Thanks
you.
for joining us.
Thanks
And
for joining. We hope you could join the conversation next time and just chat. Let us see what you're thinking of. See if there's any recommendations.
right, you can leave a movie recommendation for us.
And
Leave a comment.
leave a movie. Absolutely,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely. I mean, we're toying around with Bridgerton, but I heard that's like, 50 Shades of Grey in the in that, what is that time?
The Regency. I don't know. I'll get to it when I do. There's other stuff on. There's other
Yeah,
stuff on.
that's not. All I keep talking about are the sex scenes, and that is not something that's going to get me to watch Bridgerton. I need some content, like
Well,
whatever.
for
See,
next
that
time
might have
we've
me
got.
drinking whiskey.
Well,
It's like, what's the big deal on Bridgerton? I mean, yes, the guy is very handsome, and I heard he's a singer, but anyway, that's for another time.
right. And that's a series too. So there's that. We're starting, I think, with like movies, one-offs.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna call these series that you'll see on Fridays "Drinks in a Movie."
Mm-hmm.
The name is being worked on, but that's what it is right now. It's
Mm-hmm.
"Drinks in a Movie," where we kind of get riff off on our take of the movie, and
Mm-hmm.
we want you to join us. So
Okay.
until next time,
Until
y'all.
next time, we're exploring what's good, sip by sip.
This is Urban
Okay.
Booze. Explore what's good, sip by sip, y'all.
Okay.
Cheers.
Cheers. Boop.
Whoop, there we go.
I
It
don't
took
think I
like
got
5
mine
minutes
in
for
the screen. Yeah.
mine.
Okay. All right.
I don't
So
know. I don't
let's hit this.